it's Elaine with Elaine's Custom Cards. Looks like this thing's a little messed up. Get it back in place here. There. I moved things around because I had to replace a battery, so things are a little out of sync here. This is a card we're making today, and it is using the Elegant Borders dies. I used this one here, and then I used the Stylish Shapes dies, and I used the largest of these two short ones. And I used the Pansy Patch Sentiments, happy birthday, and wishing you a little extra happiness just because you're you. I got this stamp set out, but I didn't actually need it for anything, but it goes with the dies. It's together and it's retiring. So let's get started. I have everything ready. First thing we're going to do is our envelope, and I just took a piece of the Designer Series paper. This is the paper. I took this sheet here, and I die cut all the flowers out, and that's what I am using on this card. And then I took another piece of the paper, which is this one, to cut out for the envelope. All of the information for this is on my blog, the sizes and dimensions and all the products I used. So first thing I'm going to do is my envelope, just because it's sitting here. So let's go ahead and glue this on here. You need a piece of the Designer Series paper to be at least 5 3/4 inches long and 2 1/4 inches wide, I believe. I'll make sure. Yes, 2 1/4. This piece is a little bit longer. I think it's 6 inches, I think. So you're just going to put that on there. I use liquid glue because it's easier to get it lined up on the edge here. I don't like it hanging over. Just going to put that on, smooth it down. And you're going to take your scissors and just trim around the edge like this. That way your envelope matches your card. So we'll do this. Just like so. Like I said, this Designer Series paper is retiring. And starting April 4th, tomorrow, because today's the 3rd, there's going to be a retiring or a last chance products list. Find that on my online store. Okay, now I've taken 2 of the small flowers, and this leaf here is like a double that I die cut out. It looks like this. I just cut it so I could do both cards. And what I did with this piece here is I cut a piece that is 5 1/2 by 4 1/8 approximately. And then I cut it really close to the edge because I wanted a little bit of the Mary Merlot showing. And that piece is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. Now you can, if you want, just glue this part right here. Or you can put little dots of glue. Maybe a little bit here. You can put little dots of glue on the edges of this if you want. You don't have to. It's a little difficult. with this wide tip, but I just went along and trying to put a little bit of glue on there. Like I said, you don't have to, but I wanted it stuck down, so I went ahead and put some glue on there. Okay, and then you want this, make sure your card opens correctly, with a little bit of the Mary Merlot showing, and then the edge pretty close to the edge of your card. It doesn't have to touch. It's a little hard to get this even, but you want this to be even on this side. Okay, and just glue it down. Okay. Excuse me. And I took my flowers. I die cut this out of here, and I used these dies to die cut all the flowers out of that paper, designer series paper. So the first thing I did was glued down this stem, and I just put glue on this stem and this leaf right here. Okay? And then I've just centered it in the center of the card, just like so. I didn't put any glue on that. You'll see why in a minute. Okay, then I took this piece right here. I cut that out of that designer series paper, and just put a little bit of glue on here. Like so. And I glued that right here, just like that. Make sure you don't go over you can go over this edge, but don't go over the edge of the card. And I tucked that under there, just like so. Okay? So that this leaf was on top. Then I took this piece, same thing, put a very thin line of glue on here, if you can. Put a little bit on these things, just to get it flowing. But I definitely wanted it there. Come on, there. And then I set that just right on here, like so. Okay. Then I took my flower. This flower is different than this one because there was only one of those in that color, and I wanted this color. And I took my Stampin' Dimensionals. I put Stampin' Dimensionals on the back. I put 4 on there, like so. This cardstock, I think I said it's Mary Merlot. I'm not sure what right side up is on this flower, so we'll just go with this way. And then I tucked that under like so, just like that, so that this leaf was kind of on top. Okay. If you want, you could put a Stampin' Dimensional under there, but all I did was put just a dab of glue right here. Just like that. Held it down. Wipe off the excess. And then, while we've got the glue out, let's go ahead and put our glue on here. I stamped this with Mary Merlot. This is stamped with Mary Merlot. And I put these little flowers in the corner, so I put the leaf down first, like so. And I put the yellow flower down, the Mary Merlot cardstock, ink, and re-inker. All of the Mary Merlot stuff is retiring. Got her color revamp. tomorrow you can go in and look on the last chance product list, starting at noon Central Time. And it goes until May 1st, or while supplies last. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and glue this to the inside of my card. And the inside will be done. I have all the instructions on my blog, so just click the down arrow and that'll take you to my blog, and you'll find the instructions there for this card that you can download and print. So there's that. Oops, we got crooked. Gotta watch that. Definitely don't want to be crooked. Okay, let's go ahead and put this on here. Now, this is the gold ribbon, and I have my glue dots here somewhere. Oh, we'll just use one of these. It came from Paper Pumpkin. So let's go ahead and take one of these. And we're going to stick that right there. Just like so. And I am going to just put this right on top of that glue dot. Just like so. You can trim these if you want, if you don't like them that long. Trim them off a little bit. Oops. Try that again. Okay. So the last thing is our happy birthday, and I took a sponge dauber and this Mary Merlot ink, and very lightly sponged around the edge. That's like so. It helps it to stand out a little bit without having another piece of cardstock. You could put a piece of cardstock behind it. I just didn't. And this is die cut with the largest of these two. So it's this one right here. And then I put two dimensionals, one on each end. And then put it here so it covered up the stems. Just like so. Make sure it's straight. You can use any sentiment you want on this. And then I have a variety of different gems you could use. These are the solid faceted gems. There's some blue ones. These are the festive pearls, and there's some that are kind of blue. These are the fine sparkle adhesive back gems. You could probably use these blue ones. These are the pastel pearls. There's some blue ones on there. And then these are the glossy dots. This is I think this is Pool Party. It's a little darker than this. And then I had some leftover sequins from who knows when that I thought I would go ahead and use these up. If you have these sequins, you could use them, or you could use any of these other items if you don't have the sequins. Put that up there. But there's our card, and here's our variety of different things you could use. I think these would look really pretty. These says that they're Pool Party. No, I think those are Balmy Blue. Oh, those are Pool Party. These are Balmy Blue. Yeah, you could use these. These are really pretty too. Those would look really nice on there. These blue ones. And I think these blue ones would too. They're just a little smaller than I wanted. But anyway, that's the card and envelope. If you're interested in any of these products, like I said, tomorrow is the start of the last chance sale. And I know that there's a few things on sale, and you'll find out on my blog. There's a couple of the items that are on sale. One of the items I think is 10% off, and the other one's 60% off. So go to my blog, and I indicate that there, which two items from this set are on sale. There's no guarantee that there's still some, but because I know things sell out pretty quickly. But this is the card for today. I hope you like it. Very simple, easy to cut them, the die cut out of the paper. You don't even have to stamp anything except the sentiment. I like that. So I hope you have a blessed day and you have fun stamping.